Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chase and Allen Talk, sponsored by BlackBerry. I have an advertisement of BlackBerry on my Skype, so I feel like I should shout out to BlackBerry. I don't have a BlackBerry, but apparently there's some new features on this BlackBerry Q10, so go check it out. I don't know. But Allen, how's it going, buddy?
I was really excited about SummerSlam, but I was kind of like, kind of different.
Raw was kind of a dud. I felt Raw storyline wise did a good job, but other than that, it was just like the matches and the show itself was it just kind of felt flat, you know. I felt
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I felt
Especially the middle part, yeah.
wait, which one did you say?
I'm talking like, especially the middle portion of Raw, I just felt was very flat. I think the game was well done.
Yeah, the beginning and the last hour, I agree, were well done, but the middle portion, I felt like they just didn't know what to do there.
I seemed like a lot of filler. You saw 3MB.
Yeah.
I just saw a lot of stuff you don't usually see, and it just goes to show you how with Sheamus out, now Cena's going to be out, Brock's not going to be there anymore, and now there's going to be more filler. Hopefully, there's more guys to step up.
Yeah. I agree there. I hope there is more guys that can step up. The Shield had to pull double duty on this Raw. This is how lacking they are right now in certain areas, that the Shield had to pull double duty. Granted that the Shield at the Wrestle 3 did a 3-on-1 handicap matches, both their matches, they still had to pull double duty.
Good for them, man. They got to get more. Some people are forgetting about them, so why not?
Hey, they're in a big spot right now. They're in a great spot right now where they're at because of the whole what they're doing with Triple H and the McMahons. I'm really loving this. People calling it evolution. People calling it corporation. Some people are even saying it's like the corporation/evolution love child. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm loving that the Shield is a part of it. It helps them get way over. We get a heel Triple H back, and we get a Randy Orton that's a heel, and a Daniel Bryan that's the ultimate babyface. And so, and this storyline can go many different ways. Do you want to talk about SummerSlam before we dive deep into this storyline? All right. So what did you think about the
match?
Huh?
Match by match?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you what did you think about the pre-show? I thought it was kind of like the kickoff show match. I thought it was I'm glad Ambrose kept the belt, but it was still kind of an type of match. Like this was probably it wasn't a bad match, but I just didn't know why they had to have all these interferences when it really wasn't needed. Mark Henry and Big Show didn't really do anything for Rob Van Dam except for near the end.
I actually got the catch the pre-show. Well, I think I missed like the first 2 minutes, but yeah, it just seemed like filler. There wasn't really anything special to it. Although RVD really does seem like he's working hard, and that's awesome, man. It's great to see from him. But yeah, but pre-shows it still looks lackluster. I know the Usos and the Shield had a great one, but other than that, it's like this, the pre-show concept. I don't know, nothing special.
Yeah. So moving on forward, we started off SummerSlam with the Ring of Fire. I really liked how the Fire moved up in this ring. I thought this match was just okay. Like I wasn't impressed with Bray Wyatt. I was more impressed with Luke Harper and Eli Cottonwood in this match because I felt they worked really hard in this match. They were the ones helping tell a great story with Kane. I just felt like the finish was kind of weak in a way for Bray Wyatt. I wish there was more destruction towards Kane, but other than that, it was an okay match. It was definitely a mixed reviewed match. You either thought this match flopped or you thought this match did okay.
To me, man, and I support the Wyatt family. I've always been a K-Man fan.
Mm-hmm.
This man, it was bad. I'm sorry. This man, I had low expectations going into it, and I do like how the Wyatt family, they did play off his heels. They tried to blow out the Fire in any way possible. They're trying to get heel heat, which they should because the fans are like them right now. But I don't know, like. To me, one thing that stands out is not Harper's not good, but Rowan, man, this guy's just sloppy as hell. This guy's like, I don't know what's with him. He has the Highlanders look, which is kind of cool, but I don't know. I just thought it kind of looked weak in a way. And yeah, I guess it was okay, and they pushed the angle, but I don't know. To me, it kind of looked like a flop.
Yeah, no, like I said, this match was mixed reviewed. I've heard people say this match is a flop, or I heard people say this is an okay match. I fell down the line like, okay, this match was fine, but some of the stuff in it was just not as exciting as I expected it to be. But it's all right. We move on forward. Now we get another mixed reviewed match. Yes, this match is mixed reviewed. Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. Some people say this was a really good match between them. Others say it was just an okay match. It could have been saved for Raw. Hell, they did it on Raw, which was ridiculous to me. But this match, I said it was okay. I'm glad Cody got the win here. But when I watch Raw and I see that Cody won again, I don't understand why he has to win twice in a row and back-to-back nights. But I'm happy Cody won, but I just thought this match was okay. I feel like these two can do a lot better in a different situation, in a bigger situation, which is good.
You don't understand. They only got 8 minutes. Like, they ain't getting a lot of time to do anything, They just had to get their spots in it. So I don't know what people are really complaining about. I thought the match was fine for what it was. It's pretty interesting. Cody uses the muscle buster now.
Yeah.
That looks kind of awkward for him. I don't know if you do that against bigger guys in a way, but that's cool with him.
He looked like he hurt himself when he landed on the muscle buster. Did you notice that? It looked like he hurt himself a little bit more than Sandow.
I guess I'll see it over. I will say this. I think he should use muscle buster over the moonsault. I think his moonsault's really sloppy, and he could really hurt himself one day. And, he's on a level of, Kurt Angle status of doing moonsaults that are unnecessary and sloppy.
Well, Kurt Angle used to do moonsaults beautifully. The moonsault's a great babyface move. That's why I think he's trying to incorporate it. Because that's like the move when you do a moonsault, fans are like, oh my god, he did a backflip on someone, and everyone thinks it's cool and they go crazy. So I think that's why he tried to incorporate it. But yeah, I can see him dropping the moonsault for the muscle buster.
So, I thought it was a good match, though. It was funny, they listened to me. I thought Cody should have shaved the mustache just to look more serious, and he did. And now they're making some of a big deal. I don't know. But yeah, Sandow losing twice in 2 nights is awkward, but at this point, man, it's like with the briefcase, nothing surprised me. We always see that briefcase holding to lose. It's just a common thing now. It's why even get mad about at this point? I'm sure.
No, I was just saying to build the storyline even more. What makes me intrigued and paying money? Because I did pay money for SummerSlam. I know a lot of people won't believe me, but I did pay money to watch SummerSlam. $50 or no, actually $45. WWE Online is so much cheaper than cable. I would never ever thought about that, but yeah, I paid $45 to watch this event, and I'm just saying, if you're building towards Night of Champions between these two, I'm not going to be interested. I'm going to be like, Cody Rhodes beat this man twice already. It's I don't want to see this again. I know he can beat him. So, I don't know. If the briefcase is on the line, it does prove some interest. Maybe that's what they're trying to set up, where Cody's like, oh, I beat you twice, Damian. Now you have to put up your briefcase and stuff like that. So, maybe that's what they're trying to build towards. So, hopefully they do that. Then this feud can be saved. I'm just saying, for more future of the feud, you have to at least give Damian Sandow some type of leverage.
I think what they're going to do is play 9 champs. They're going to do it for the briefcase, and then eventually you'll see Sandow win, which is a good thing. And I thought the match was fine, though. I enjoyed it so much. I thought some of the counters were pretty good, and it looked smooth, no really major botches. And Sandow, as usual, he does a great promo, and then every time he screams silence, I just start dying laughing. That's honestly my favorite saying right now. He goes, silence! It's the best, man. So I had no problem with that. I'm shocked that people actually give it mixed reviews.
Yeah, it's just because some people, for me personally, I just said, God, SummerSlam is really starting slow. I was really worried about the show. I was just like, oh my God, please let the show get some light coming to it, because I was just having such a mixed time watching it with me and my friend. We were just sitting here and we're kind of mixed from the start, but then Christian and Del Rio comes. Oh God, this was such a great match. Great match between these two.
Yeah, I don't see any mixed reviews for this one. This was just terrific. Just the counters, it was crazy. One of my favorites was when Christian was going for he usually jumps to the second turnbuckle and goes for the sunset flip. Del Rio counter into a backstab. I was like, oh my God. And then I think another one, Christian was going for the spear, and Del Rio just hits this nasty drop kick, or maybe just a boot to the face. But I don't know. They had amazing chemistry, as I expected.
This was a good match. And also when Christian hit the spear, you thought, oh, Christian's going to win. But like I said, he's getting the Jeff Hardy video package, the alternative rock music. You think he's going to win. It's a big moment. Everyone wants him to win. But they decided to get more heel heat on Del Rio, so that way the heel wins. That's what I like what the WWE was doing with Christian, was they were making him such a baby face into this, that if Del Rio won, he would get heel heat. But being in Los Angeles, there's a bunch of Mexicans, and that's no insult, it's the truth. Del Rio got cheered at the end. Okay, he got cheered at the end. So trying to build heel heat, it was kind of hard, but Del Rio got cheered at the end, especially when you say you're a hero in Spanish. That's going to get the fans loving you even more, bro. So execution could have been better for Del Rio as a heel, but I did love his promo at the end. I think Del Rio has the best smile in wrestling. His smile is just such a douchebag smile.
It is very good. That's a really important quality as a heel, especially being an arrogant heel. You saw Cody do that when he was heel. Dolph did that as a heel. So yeah, you got to have that. Miz, I think one of the biggest qualities for Miz as a heel was that he could pull down the arrogant douchebag smile.
Yeah.
So good shit. I don't know, but
I love it.
Yeah, this match was impressed. I really did like this match, and I knew it was going to deliver. But I know people are going to bring it up, but Del Rio's black eye.
Yeah, there's like at first the story was that Alberto Del Rio and Drew McIntyre got into a fight. I'm like, what is this, like Booker? Is that like Batista and Booker T all over again? But it turns out that I guess Del Rio was fighting at a bar and McIntyre came to save him. Like, hey Drew, I'll give you props. You're saving a WWE employee. Shows how big of a hard man you are. And so I will no longer make fun of you for the Tiffany joke ever again, Drew McIntyre, because you stood up at a bar fight, and I'm pretty sure you got some toughness credibility into that, Drew. So I will never make fun of you again.
For 2 years.
Huh?
You might save his job for another 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. That's good shit. I mean, that guy's your world heavyweight champion. If Drew McIntyre was an asshole, like this was back in the old days of wrestling, like in the 80s, they would have definitely saved it. But in the 90s, when wrestling was like was just a dog-eat-dog world, they would probably let him get beat up. Like, they would just be like, oh, he's an idiot. He's going to get his ass kicked, and then I'm going to take his spot. But Drew, he shows how close the WWE family is, what it means to be a WWE superstar, and he goes out there and helps Del Rio out. And, I mean, what a great guy Drew McIntyre is. He earned respect from me.
Yeah, well, hopefully he benefits from that, because I still think the company sees a lot of good things Del Rio. I think they're going to give him a long tower run. I don't know what they're going to do with this, but he's a top guy, no doubt about it. I think people are starting to warm up to him. Maybe not his promo ability, but I think they're starting to recognize how big he is and how great he is in the ring.
Yeah, I like Del Rio. I hate when people are like, oh, Del Rio's so boring. Oh, Del Rio's not interesting. It's like, yeah, but that was his face run that wasn't interesting. When he's a heel, he does a good job. Because let's face it, when Del Rio first came into the WWE, they tried so hard to push him because they're like, we're missing that Mexican guy to represent our company, because everyone loves Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio's not a guy that you can build as a dominant heavyweight champion. I mean, Del Rio, let's face it, he has a similar name to, I don't know, what, Oscar De La Hoya? Who the fuck is that? Oh, wait, one of the biggest sensations in Mexico. Alberto Del Rio is like a cool name. It's something that you're like, Alberto Del Rio, that's our world heavyweight champion. I mean, he has the credibility to carry the Mexican nation and carry huge rights to this and become a big star for them, not only in Mexico, but a chance in the U.S. I understand he's reckless in the ring, but I think he's just great. I agree with you. He's one of the great assets in the WWE, and people shouldn't take him lightly.
Now, what was the next match? I forgot. Divas?
Yeah, the Total Divas match. It was an okay Divas match. It wasn't anything special.
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. Other than some really stupid, I thought what Eva Marie was wearing, I thought it looked like shit. But
I don't know what the fuck she was wearing. I was like, what is that? Like a mini skirt with rain trunks underneath? Like what?
Yeah, I just did not get it. Yeah, the match was cool, I guess, but
yeah. Wait, what were you gonna say?
The usual Diva stuff. Nice seeing that up against. What happened?
Oh no, I was gonna ask what were you saying? Like, were you leading into the next match, which is Best versus Beast?
Yeah, let's just get into it, because honestly, this Divas match was just filler.
All right.
One other thing, since I guess the Miz Fandango thing, I just thought that was terrible humor.
Wait, what?
Moments, like just the way they just. I don't know, the script they give the Miz is just so bad. It's like they make him keep repeating his things as must-see. It's like nothing with him is must-see anymore. It's like, it's very cheesy. And it just makes me sad, because I've said it repeatedly that I always stick up to the Miz just because people give him shit for no reason. Yet 2 years ago, they absolutely loved this guy and everything about him. So I'm just loyal like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did not understand, but I don't mind seeing Maria Menounos dance on my TV, so I didn't care. I don't get Marina Munoz is hot. She's so hot. I don't care what anyone says. Like everyone's just like, oh fuck Maria Munoz. She's a wrestling fan. I love her. Like, if you ever live in LA and you see Maria Munoz on the street, she will only stop if you want to talk about trying to get an internship at where she works, or if you're a WWE wrestling fan, and she'll talk wrestling for 30 minutes with you, at least 30 minutes, and she's so tight about it.
Well, just, as long as she stays away from inducting people in the Hall of Fame, I'm cool with it.
What's wrong with her inducting people? I don't get that.
Oh God, she inducted Bob back when I was there. It was like she was reading his Wikipedia page. She was reading like football stats and just it was bad. It was like we just went from hearing about Stevie Ray talk about how hard it was, with Booker T growing up and them going out in the Indies and stuff, and then we had Terry Funk talking about Mick Foley and all their crazy matches, like real emotional. Like both guys had tears in their eyes, and here's Maria Menounos just smiling like a goofball. It's like, oh, Bob Backlund, he forced 2 fumbles in a game. Like, oh, God.
Hey, that's Mr. Bob Backlund, but all right, I can see what you're saying. Before we get on to talk about Best vs. Beast, I wanted to ask you, did you hear who WWE 2K14 signed to a contract? Like the 2 people that they got for contracts. Did you hear about that?
Goldberg, I heard?
Yeah, Goldberg and Hulk Hogan. They got both of those.
Is that really a big deal?
It's a huge deal. That means they also can come to WWE whenever. Goldberg, speaking of, I just wanted to ask, would you say Goldberg's a Hall of Famer when it comes to wrestling?
Man, he's only there 1 year, but then you have to put it as a draw. Like, I guess you put him in because there's been other inductions you just like, huh? So yeah, I would have no problem.
Yeah, because
this was a pretty big deal at one point. But I don't know. He doesn't like Triple H. I don't know if he's gonna. I think he'll accept the Hall of Fame, but I don't think he's gonna work for them. Do matches.
Yeah, because I was thinking maybe he could do a couple of matches and everything. So yeah, I don't know. But what did you think about Ryback with his soup? He didn't like that cold Mexican soup.
Honestly, man, most underrated gimmick right now. I love it.
You like Bully Ryback? So do I.
Dude, honestly, as much as I can't stand that guy, I would just pay whatever money Bully Ray wants and just form a tag team and Ryback. Just put it. I don't know if you give him the titles right away, but man, you put him with like the whatever face. I know the primetime player just turned face, and we'll talk about that later. But even. Like Ryback, I know a lot of people don't like him. I'm just indifferent on him because I started to warm up to him as a face. When he started getting over and he was, Punk was carrying him to convention, I was like, hey, this guy's not bad. Then they turned the heel and oh god, that was a colossal failure. But now the Bully thing, it's a goofy character and I like it.
It's kind of funny and he's bullying all these indie guys. Like he's bullying like indie wrestlers. Do you think we're gonna see a former TNA wrestler be bullied by Ryback next?
No. The only thing everyone says that might happen is that he's going to keep bullying people, and then maybe a new guy, like an NXT guy, is going to come up and say, you're not going to bully me around, and maybe that'll be a feud. I don't know who it's going to be because Chris Hero, he's at his quote unquote heat right now. I like to see El Generico, but I think
Generico would be a perfect person. Sami Zayn or what's Pac's nickname? Adrian Neville.
Oh yeah, any of those guys. As long as it's not Bo Rotundo. As long as it's not Bo Rotundo, I'll be happy.
Yeah, like someone small, like someone definitely small that you can make as the new ultimate underdog. Someone like a small wrestler. Maybe he bullies Evan Bourne when Evan Bourne comes back.
Dude, I forgot about Evan Bourne. Man, I've always liked Evan Bourne, and I think he should be on TV. Compared to fucking clowns like Sin Cara. I think. I could do some right back here. Maybe Tyson Kidd if he's healthy.
Yeah. Oh well, Tyson Kidd's too busy.
Maybe debut a new NXT star, but I don't know.
Tyson Kidd's too busy playing with his cats at home. Apparently, doing that Total Divas.
I know you watch Total Divas, and I don't, but I saw a commercial when Natalia just looking at it, and like she goes on the couch. It's like she's just watching TV and petting her. I'm like, this is an ass. It was great.
No, the funniest part of that episode was like when Tyson Kidd's like, hey baby, let's go somewhere, and then he takes him to the ghetto of, I don't know where they live. They didn't say where they live, but it looked like maybe downtown Florida. The ghetto of downtown Florida, and be like, all right, let's go to the courthouse and get married. And Natalia's like, you don't give a crap about me. We've known each other for so many years, and this is how you want to get married? And Tyson Kidd's just looking at her like, what? Here. It was hilarious. And she also said a quote in the line because Tyson Kidd was watching Extreme Rules or something, and he's like, Daniel Bryan's doing good. And she's like, maybe I should dress up like Daniel Bryan, and maybe he will then pay attention to me. I was laughing my ass off. Tyson Kidd's very funny on the show.
I like his hair now.
Yeah.
He was there. Best versus Beast?
One of definitely a top 10 SummerSlam match of all time. One of the most fun matches I have seen in about since, let's see, what I mean by fun matches, people, I don't mean this wrestling match wise, this was not a fucking wrestling match. This was a match that you just sit back. Anyone can watch this match and have fun watching it. That's a great thing about this match. Anyone, even someone who's not a wrestling fan, can sit down and watch this damn match and have fun watching it, get emotionally invested into it. I had fun watching this match, and it's been the best fun match I have seen since. I'm trying to think of the last match where I just literally had this much fun watching it. I'm trying to think of it. Orton Christian live was pretty fun, but I don't know TV wise if that turned out as fun. I don't know. Probably something in 2005. Oh yeah, maybe Batista JBL 2005 SummerSlam or something like that. But long time ago since I've seen such a fun match like this one. This match had everything. It had great drama, great action. Brock Lesnar was a fucking man beast. Great submissions, and finally Brock Lesnar, you lock into Kimura, right? Took you fucking 8 times, but you finally did it. Shit, so happy. So happy you finally can lock into Kimura in its proper position.
I absolutely love the match. It's not my match of the year. I think it's right next to, it's probably top there. I still like Punk Cena from that Raw in February. I thought that was my favorite match of the year personally. But I just think one thing I heard was Heyman getting so involved. I had a feeling they're going to do that. Even though I just think it's kind of silly since Brock's a machine. But it brought some fun points. But yeah, the match was just crazy. One of my favorite spots, the reversals from the Kimura to the armbar and the triangle choke. I was like, whoa, this is some crazy transitions right now, man. It was pretty awesome.
And then Brock freaking slammed him twice and everything. Some good stuff in this match. And my favorite spot had to be the final spot where Brock Lesnar F5 CM Punk. CM Punk sold that chair shot like a boss.
Yeah, Punk's been always known to be a great seller, but this was the best selling I've ever seen from him. He was just taking it, man, and it was just incredible. But for the MMA fans that listen to this, when Brock went to powerbomb the first time, the Punk held him the triangle choke.
Yeah.
It reminded me of when Pat Barry powerbomb stepped.
That's came into my mind.
I'm like, how the hell did Shrew just keep this submission on? He just got powerbombed. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, they didn't pull off the Frank Mir heel lock though. That's my only disappointment. But the one thing I like about Brock Lesnar, my friend said this to me, was it was at one point in the match, I can't remember, where Brock Lesnar, he needs CM Punk in the knee when Punk was in the stomach when Punk was down. And then my friend said, you know what I like about Brock Lesnar, Chase, is normally in wrestling when I watch this shit, it looks fake as hell when these guys are punching at each other. But with Brock Lesnar, when he punches someone, I actually check my stomach to see if my ribs are okay. I actually feel bad for the dude that gets punched in the face by Brock Lesnar. I mean, really, to be honest, with Brock Lesnar, when he looks like he punches and does his kicks and stuff, it looks real. And that's what I like about him. And my friend pointed that out too. And he's not even a hardcore wrestling fan like me. He's just a casual. And so, for him to point that out, that's great shit by the WWE. And I also thought Brock did a good job selling here too. Remember when he was when Punk was kicking him a bunch of times and Brock had his hands up like he was Rocky and he was dizzy as fuck and he was like, come on. I thought Brock did a great job selling here.
Definitely. No, Brock's always been an underrated seller. People forget that. I think as a big man, he's one of the best sellers of all time. And
oh, yeah, definitely.
Just so agile for being 285 pounds. And, the match was just incredible. And you could feel the atmosphere in Staples Center. It was just huge. And it delivered like I expected. And I got to tell people, man, it was just so refreshing to see Brock Lesnar in a match. Somebody not named John Cena or Triple H. And I'm not sure what they're going to do here. Obviously, Brock's taking time off, but rematch down the line? Who's going to say no to that?
I don't know if they want to do a rematch with Brock and Punk because Because I say in my Raw review, I'm tired of seeing Punk and Heyman. I understand people say it's great promos, Chase. I understand that, but it's just yip, yip, yip every single week. And yes, CM Punk's a great mic worker. Yes, Paul Heyman's a great mic worker. But when I'm hearing yip, 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 yip for the first 5 weeks till SummerSlam, and then I hear yip, 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 yip all the way to Night of Champions, interest lost. I don't want to hear yip, yip, yip. I want to see some damn action between these two. I want Punk and Heyman to end soon. I want it to end soon because I understand, Alan, if you may like it because it's great mic workers and stuff like that. But I personally, I'm just sick and tired of it. It's like Curtis Axel, he shouldn't be detrimented in this feud between Punk and Heyman. I feel Curtis Axel should be focused with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman won the battle against CM Punk. The Beast beat the best. Paul Heyman should be moving on from CM Punk, and CM Punk should be finding something else to do. But instead, it's just like we're continuing on with this feud. Like, I don't understand why. I just don't understand why. I don't need to see it.
I get what you mean. I think you want, just to end the thing, you just want the characters going in a different direction.
Yeah, because, if Paul Heyman did not have Curtis Axel, fine, keep going yip, 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 but I'm still going to be like, I don't really care about this feud, but I'm going to watch it nonetheless because it's one of the layers. That's another thing WWE is going to have, which we'll discuss later. They have different layers going on. But the thing is, it's just that with Curtis Axel, I feel like he's someone that you can't detriment in this feud. I mean, he's a great young talent, and I feel like they should be focusing on getting him an IC title feud somewhere, while CM Punk should be somewhere else and feuding with something else. I just feel both men should just move on from this feud. The feud ended to me at SummerSlam, but I just feel like they're continuing on because I feel like they have nothing for Punk really.
If anything, I hope Heyman gets another guy to come in, and because I honestly don't think Axel's on his level. And I thought the brawl was actually pretty good on Raw.
Oh yeah, between Axel and Punk. I just don't want Axel to get hurt in this. I don't want Axel to lose to Punk, in a big match. I want Axel to succeed well because I feel he has great potential, but I just don't want Axel to get hurt. That's the only reason why I don't want this feud to continue because Axel's the next whipping boy, and he most likely would lose to Punk if they wrestled in a match. You would think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Punk's going for the IC title?
In their brawls, not just brawls, but you saw what was that when he tried to go behind Punk. This is a few weeks ago. Remember Punk hit the camera on Brock and Axel came on the fear. He just won GTS boom. I mean, they treat Axel like a bitch, or like a whipping boy. So I don't know. Yeah, to me, maybe they need to get one more Heyman guy on the hook, but just to help the feud, if anything. But maybe they'll go. Maybe we'll end at Hell in a Cell, but then that's 3 pay-per-views from now.
Yeah, I don't that's the thing. I don't know when they're going to end this feud, but I hope it ends soon because Punk has so much better things to do. Okay, I wouldn't have a problem with this feud maybe if Heyman decided, hey, I'm going to join Triple H's side with the corporation and make Curtis Axel the corporate IC champion, and CM Punk decides to go for the IC title because he hates Heyman. He doesn't give a shit about the corporation. That would be a good character for CM Punk, too, if he doesn't give a shit what the corporation's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a good shit, too. But
I think maybe everything will come together at Survivor Series, but
this storyline's heading to WrestleMania 30, which I love.
Oh, I'm talking about
CM Punk and Heyman?
Corporation Brian?
Oh, corporation just in general.
Yeah, I meant to say, maybe a Survivor Series, they put Punk and Brian together, and then the corporation gets together and shit, but...
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Cena will be healthy by then, or that's another interesting aspect. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But what did you think about the mixed tag match?
It was cool that the Doritos guy got to sit right there,
and the Make-A-Wish kids, yeah.
Splash from Mark Henry, you have to stand there and look at AJ. That's a pretty good concept, but that's just whatever. Caitlyn, I don't know why she's getting pushed still, but. That just tells you how bad the death is, and once again, we'll see where he goes from. I'm still not sold on Biggie Langston. Maybe he should be a face. A lot of people say he's great as a face, but I just don't like him as much as a heel. Match was filler, which is unfortunate because Dolph Ziggler was in it. And Dolph Ziggler should never be filler.
I'm just happy Ziggler won because normally, we're thinking of the WWE, how they think they would have made Dolph Ziggler lose this match. That was my biggest fear, but I'm happy Dolph Ziggler won, and Dolph Ziggler seems like he's getting a big rub too in a certain area of a feud, so that was obviously shown on Raw. But I'm really liking. Maybe he'll be the cheerleader for Big Show and Mark Henry's tag team.
Ooh, yeah, That'll make him seem more, what's it called? What's the word? Not relevant, because he is relevant, but maybe give him more over, if anything. And the thing is, Dolph, if you saw the thing on WWE.com, he basically ripped on Triple H, right? Because oh, I don't agree with what he's doing. So maybe this be now this group that forms that's anti Triple H and what he does. We saw Big Show, we saw Ziggler in the handicap match. So
yeah, I was just thinking maybe he'll be with Mark Henry and Big Show, because I asked my friend, because my friend went to Raw, the one who watched SummerSlam with me. He went to Raw because he was really interested after SummerSlam, and he went to Raw Live. And I asked him what was the dark match, and he said it was Big Show and Mark Henry versus the Shield, the three members of the Shield, and Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler were at ringside helping Big Show and Mark Henry.
Nice.
So I'm thinking that he might be put into that situation, which would be good for Dolph, because it shows that he's being part of the main storyline. As much as people want to say, oh, it's the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship, no, the main storyline is whatever's going on between the McMahons versus the roster. So that to me is the main storyline. So I can't wait to see what they do moving forward with Dolph Ziggler. But now we move on to the WWE Championship match. How did you think Cena did in this match? How do you think Bryan did in this match?
To all the fans who chanted Cena's, what were they chanting when Cena announced he was taking time off?
Yes. I think they were doing the yes chant.
Were they chanting Cena sucks? I don't know. Whatever it is.
Oh, you still suck. You still suck.
Oh, yeah, that was, come on. Like I said, the guy, he delivered a great match.
Yeah.
From him. There was only one awkward moment. I forgot what it was. I think F you, and then just it looked a little sloppy. But
or the time where Daniel Bryan was about to do the Hurricanrana, but Cena caught him, and I thought he was going to do the Styles Clash, and then he almost dropped him on his neck.
I was thinking in my head, I'm like, oh my god, Chase will see Mark. Yeah, he's about to do the Styles.
I thought he was going to do the Styles Clash, but he did it.
Man, that would be crazy off the top rope turnbuckle. But no, I love the match. I was very emotionally into it, but just the fact that a knee ended it, just a straight out knee, oh my god, just out of nowhere too. And like I said, I did not expect Cena to put him over clean. I thought it would be a kind of a awkward roll up, and it just oh my god, he won. Just the fact that he just knocked out Cena was crazy.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird watching Cena. And this is how much I like the guy. He's just so goofy in a way. He has his elbow pad, right? But he still manages to wear the purple wristband. It's so goofy, but
I thought he looked like those NFL players that some of them try so hard to dress. I thought he looked like one of those NFL players that you see on the sideline, that are injured. And they're wearing all their fucking wrist tape and shit, like they're playing, but they're not. They're just wearing their jersey. They're just trying to look good. That's what Cena looked like to me. I'm like, oh my god, he looks like one of those NFL players on the sideline. Just get him a team jersey, and he'll look just like them, because they always wear the cargo shorts for whatever reason. But yeah, totally. Cena looked so funny with the purple wristband and the elbow brace.
You just still want to hold on to that, but no, I absolutely enjoy the match. Once again, you put a great worker with Cena, it's going to be a hell of a match you're going to be talking about for years to come, and that's what it was.
Yeah. I thought this was a better wrestling match, keyword wrestling, than Punk versus Lesnar. And everyone's like, well, what was the match of the night for you? I'm like, Punk versus Lesnar. So that was the better wrestling match. I'm like, no. That was just a fun fucking car wreck, fucking fun-ass match that I was just having fun watching. This was wrestling. This was the good wrestling and stuff yeah, Cena, he looked awkward sometimes doing some of the Ring of Honor type wrestling, but I'm glad Cena tried it out. I'm glad Cena did good. And also, I was surprised too, like you said, he got knocked out by Daniel Bryan and he lost 1, 2, 3. I would have preferred tap out or pin, but he did it cleanly, so that was good. And I like when Cena woke up and he was trying to convince Triple H it was only a 2 count. And he was like, it was a 2. It was a 2. And then they shook hands. But what I loved about this ending to SummerSlam was because
I know what you love.
There's that and there's this. What I loved about this ending of SummerSlam was because first Daniel Bryan music hit, he wins the title. Then he shakes Cena's hand, and so the music stops. Then the music hits again. Normally when they stop the music for something monumental like that, the show's pretty much over, and then they have Triple H doing the yes thing. You have the confetti and the streamers falling down, the pyro going up. I was like, they're really going to end SummerSlam with Daniel Bryan as champion. And I wasn't going to be mad at that, but, with all the hype of this main event and the talk about how there's going to be something big happening at the end of this main event, it just felt like, a little bit of deflating. It was just kind of like I was expecting a little bit more, but this is a good, simple ending. I don't mind it. It's good for Brian, but it was kind of a little bit deflating because you expected something. And then when Orton's music hit, I was marking out. Saw Orton out there holding a damn briefcase up high, but I thought that was it. But I never expected Triple H. I always thought Triple H was going to be the good guy. I never thought he would do this. I never expected Triple H to pedigree Daniel Bryan and give Randy Orton the WWE Championship. That right there was just, oh my goodness. Seeing Randy Orton and Triple H hold arm in arm, high the belt in hand. And by the way, I didn't get that much dislikes. I only got 5 dislikes on my SummerSlam review.
All right.
Yeah.
Progress, my man.
Progress.
But, no, you know what's funny? When you were talking about the confetti and everything, I was like, wow, would you just read my mind? Because that's what I was thinking. Like, when they were dropping out confetti and it seemed like such a, seemed like a party, I'm like, wow, it looks like I was wrong. Because I originally did predict that Triple H was going to turn on just because, to me, it's like, who's going to turn on him? Vince is not going to be around and, the hell's Stephanie going to do to him? So, to me, like, Triple H is going to be the guy, to probably land the sneaky pedigree. But as time went on, I'm like, oh wow, they're actually gonna let Brian rock with it. And Orton came out, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then when it happened, I was like, oh. It was just a great moment, just a great episode, one of the best pay-per-views in quite some time. This was just a phenomenal pay-per-view. Yeah, it has its duds, but every pay-per-view has its duds. It's some people are saying they're only out of they can't consider this a great pay-per-view because only 2 of the 7 matches delivered. I'm like,
what are they talking about?
Al Del Rio and Christian did not deliver, and for what it was, Santana Rose was pretty good. And to me, it's just like, come on.
This pay-per-view had 3 great matches. Not only that, they had 2. They actually built the Divas division pretty decently in this match. If you're looking at a booking standpoint, not a match standpoint, the Divas looked fucking great on this card. Sandow and Rhodes has good booking moving forward. Kane and White has an interesting story moving forward. I mean, I don't know how you can really bash this pay-per-view. I find this if I was looking from the years 2004 to 2013, this is a top 5 pay-per-view in my personal opinion. From 2004 to 2013, if you look through those years, because 2003 there was so many good pay-per-views, in 2002 there were so many good pay-per-views, but from 2004 to 2013, where I thought pay-per-view production was really going downhill for WWE, and those years, this is like a top 5 pay-per-view. This is like either, I would say probably number 3 behind my personal favorite pay-per-views, and Money in the Bank 2011 being number 1, and WrestleMania 21 being number 2. So this is definitely a top 5.
Yeah, I have nothing really to say for the rankings list because I totally agree. And to me, it's like, how do people really, I don't look at star ratings, whatever, but to me, it's like, you have 2 matches. If you want to do stars, they're definitely over 4. Like those matches, and you look at Punk, Lesnar, and Brian Cena, those matches you're going to be watching for the next 10 years.
Oh, yeah. Those are matches that I'm going to buy SummerSlam 2013 for. I'm buying the DVD. Like, if I like a pay-per-view, I buy the DVD. And this is a pay-per-view where it's worth the DVD buy. If I sit back, I didn't buy WrestleMania 29 because, honestly, I just thought it was an okay show. I did buy WrestleMania 28 on DVD. I'm not a DVD collector.
That's generous, by the way.
Huh?
Same.
Sandow shirt?
WrestleMania 29 is very generous.
It is generous, but I like the early portions of 29. I thought some of the earlier matches were good. The ending just was kind of
let's not get me in a bad mood, man, because I was there live and it's just pretty disappointing. I enjoyed just marking out for some of the entrances. I always tell people, for some reason, my section, almost everyone stood up for Mark Henry. I was like, oh my God, I am in the coolest section. And everyone's going crazy for Mark Henry.
So buddy, going to get the ass.
3 rows ahead of me that has a Mexico flag for Del Rio. I'm like, oh my God, my section's ridiculous.
See. But I'm so glad that WWE, and the thing is, as I was saying with the CM Punk and Heyman thing, it's a layer in the WWE. What I'm liking about WWE TV as of late is they have layers. They're having everything where you can just sit there and they could actually build a great 2-hour Raws with all the layers they have. I don't think they can build great 3-hour Raws because there is going to be filler and lag time. But if they were still back at 2-hour Raws, they could build great layer. It would be great shows every week. I mean, you have the Triple H and the Randy Orton and the Daniel Bryan stuff as one layer. You have the Shield as another layer. You have the tag team division as another layer. You have CM Punk and Heyman as a layer. I mean, the only thing that they're missing is, really, to be honest, maybe more Divas layers. But other than that, they're doing a really good job making like at least trying to make every minute very interesting with their product. And I feel that's what WWE is succeeding really well, because normally after SummerSlam, this is where they go, like WWE just stops losing their hotness from the big summer angle. Like, remember Nexus after SummerSlam 2010 when they lost? Who the fuck really cared that much about Nexus? Because then afterwards, Skip Sheffield got hurt. Michael Tarver, I think something happened to him too. Like, didn't he? He didn't get hurt, but
he got fired.
Yeah, he got. Yeah,
but and I thought that was a big problem last year, because you look at last year, it was like, Lesnar was going to take time off. Triple H, he's somewhat semi-retired. And the whole Punk scene at Big Show, that was kind of flat. And then you had Del Rio Sheamus in a feud I hope we never see again. Just last year, SummerSlam was just, there's no comparison between this. Last year was just terrible compared to this one. We have storylines now coming out of this one.
Yeah.
Whereas Triple H, the whole corporation, if you want to call it that, and Bryan. And I got to tell you, we get to Raw now. That ending segment, first, I did think Triple H's promo fell flat. I thought he was very repetitive, and I just wanted him to stop talking. I was excited for a Triple H promo. I really was, but I didn't think he delivered. What do you think?
I thought he delivered, because it's been such a long time since we've heard this guy cut a heel promo. I mean, the dude has been based since 2006 when he formed DX again. He hasn't turned heel. I mean, yeah, there's been some moments where he, like, the Jeff Hardy promos come to mind, but he really was like, I respect you, Hardy, and so I'm not really going to bash you, But here, he was game on. Like, this was the Triple H I love, that's just douchebaggy, just like saying, fuck you, Triple H, what the fuck are you saying? You're such an asshole, Triple H. Fuck you. Like, I was getting to the point where I was hating Triple H, watching this promo, and as I was hating him, I was having conflicting releases of happiness, because I was saying, oh my god, this is the game. This is Triple H that I love. And I loved when he was taunting Daniel Bryan, trying to get into the ring. He's like, come on, Bryan. Get up, Bryan. You can talk about your problems now, Bryan. Do you need help in the ring, Bryan? Like, that was good shit. He was just being such an asshole. Or when he's like,
that's great.
When he's like, play Bryan's music. Let's get him out here. Yes. Yes. And he was doing the yes chant.
That was great. No, I totally think I just thought the promo itself, I just thought he was very repetitive.
Well, he kind of did just kind of copy-paste from Stephanie, what Stephanie said earlier on.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, I'm excited to see him as a heel, because we all know his face is pretty brutal. But yeah, you have the interesting, and they cut Orton's time to a limit, which is smart. But I'm very excited for it. Just they got him, Hunter, and then you got the Shield. It's a crazy faction, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, and they could add more to this. Like, there's still more to come. And what I'm more excited for is to see when Sheamus and Cena returns, where they're going to be placed in this situation.
Well, I think we till Rumble, so we got some time.
Well, Cena might be back by like November probably, because he's going to go for 4 months. Sheamus is a tough dude. He's from Ireland, so I think he would be back earlier.
Shoulder injuries are really, they're hard to come back from, man.
Well, Sheamus's main offense is just using his bro kick, so he's fine. If they just use him as a bro kicker for just like the first 2 months before they bring him back into ring, that'd be fine.
I think they want to hype up some surprises for the Rumble. They always want to do it. I can't see both Cena and Sheamus coming back for a Rumble. One of them's going to be kept out at least.
But I can't wait to see when Cena and Sheamus return, where they're going to be fit in this situation. Like, there could be a lot of different turns. Like Sheamus could come back and he could be the face, or Cena comes back and he helps out Vince and Randy or something. Like, there's a lot of great twists and turns, and I'm so glad that this storyline, because someone told me that they were going to drop this storyline, and I'm like, why? Like, a long time ago, like someone said, like they were going to stop it and just end it at Night of Champions. I'm like, no, don't. Like this is long-term booking. Like, that's one thing about wrestling that's missing, is like how wrestling would have booking from SummerSlam. Like, when the year started for wrestling, this is how old school wrestling worked for most people. When the year started, they already had WrestleMania booked, and then later on, since they already had WrestleMania booked, during the WrestleMania when they were having all the feuds go on for WrestleMania, they were booking SummerSlam during WrestleMania buildup. So this is good shit. During all this buildup that you're gonna have for Survivor Series, they already have WrestleMania booked in their heads. They already know what they're gonna be doing for WrestleMania, and that's exciting to me because we got a lot of great storylines that can come out of this. Like, of course, Bryan's gonna win the championship at some point, but the corporate could still try to screw Bryan over during his championship reign, which is just as entertaining to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever they're going to call themselves. We don't know what their official name is. Everyone's just saying Evolution, corporate, whatever. But
do you think Survivor Series they might give Bryan Todd because I think this storyline, how special it could be, they could finally bring something special back to Survivor Series. I know in 2011 was a pretty cool moment, you know, with The Rock back.
And Punk winning.
Last year's was pretty lackluster. I know Shield made a debut and was awesome, but there's nothing really special going into that Survivor Series last year.
Yeah, no, there wasn't really. Like, everyone was excited about that. What was it? Team Punk versus Team Foley, was it? And then they just dropped it.
Yeah, they were just like, what the hell?
Because wasn't Cena and Ryback going to wrestle one-on-one apparently or something like that? No, what was Cena doing?
Had the title.
Yeah, Punk had the title. No, but Punk had the title, right? And he was going to be a part of Team Punk, right? Wasn't he a part of Team Punk and Ryback was the last member of Team Foley and then Cena was like just kind of out there doing nothing?
Yeah, I think that was the thing. I think they thought maybe they were going to do Cena Ziggler. Remember Cena?
Oh, yeah, because that whole AJ Lee stuff. Yeah.
Years ago, for some reason.
It does seem like years ago. Dolph Ziggler ends up winning the Money in the Bank briefcase because AJ Lee pushes Cena off a ladder.
No, don't remind me of that, jeez. But past few months, man, WWE has been on point. They've been really put on great shows, great pay-per-views.
Yeah, I would say the last 3 pay-per-views have been good. It's like SummerSlam's a great pay-per-view. Even fucking Payback, like what the fuck? I never expected.
Nowhere.
Payback was a good show. It was like that random good show that you get from WWE. That's a filler pay-per-view. Payback was a good show.
I like Money in the Bank. I know some people are.
Yeah, Money in the Bank's a good show.
Yeah, I thought it did some cool stuff. I know you liked it because Orton won, but
oh no, I like Cena and Henry. That was a good match.
Yeah, absolutely, and Philly crowd was great. By the way, I haven't heard an LA crowd go that crazy for wrestling in ages, but to me, I thought there were a lot of foreigners at that event because I saw in the front row you had Canadians, you saw some UK.
Oh, dude, there's more foreigners than fucking LA. Trust me, LA people don't give a shit about that crap. Like, dude, LA people are more excited about like if the scoreboard, because like this happens sometimes. People don't notice. WWE has problems with the Staples Center scoreboard every time they go. So for whatever reason, during a match, you will see that the scoreboard will flicker on and say 100 points. And if the Lakers score 100 points in any regular season game, fans start chanting, "We want tacos," because you get free tacos when the Lakers score 100 points. So everyone would chant, "We want tacos." It didn't happen at SummerSlam 2011, but every other event I've been to, they would fuck with the scoreboard and fuck up, and they would put 100 points for the Lakers, and everyone would be chanting, "We want tacos! We want tacos!" I tried to start that at SummerSlam 2011, but there was more wrestling fans than basketball fans. Only one basketball fan got it, and he was like a couple rows away from me. He's like, "Hey!" And I'm like, "Yo!" He's like, "We want tacos!" I'm like, "Yeah, we want tacos!" and stuff like that. Like, that's the thing. They always fuck up with the scoreboard, so they didn't fuck up with the score. Maybe they did fuck up with the scoreboard, but they honestly didn't fuck up with the scoreboard here because obviously no one was chanting, "We want tacos!" Like, LA, like I'm not gonna lie, LA crowds, if you're not the Lakers or the Clippers or recently, I don't know why, the Dodgers, you're not being cheered. That's just a simple fact. Like LA crowds are lazy. Like when they go to Monday Night Raws in LA, they're probably one of the worst shows unless Stone Cold Steve Austin shows up.
What do you think though? Like, so basically, if you go on compare, like when Miami is not really much of a wrestling town, but their crowds were crazy when the foreigners came in. So would you compare the LA situation to the Miami situation?
Yeah.
From a few years ago?
Yeah.
Years. But what's it called? So we went through SummerSlam, went through Royal. Anything else really covered? I know we're going to throw out a little bit of TNA because, they had the hardcore justice. But Jared, how do you think of the Sonic for like Del Rio, legacy Del Rio RBD? But to me, it's like they're just going to push Christian away.
Well, he's getting the Jeff Hardy treatment. That's the rule of the Jeff Hardy treatment. You get pushed really hot, you lose the title match, and then afterwards you go down to the mid card and you dominate there for another title match. That's the Jeff Hardy treatment.
Well, shame is though is that Christian's 40 years old and Jeff Hardy was like 32 at the time.
Yeah, there's a difference, but he's definitely getting the Jeff Hardy treatment up. But someone was saying that they were hoping Ricardo would announce Rey Mysterio. I honestly would not mind seeing this heel Del Rio face off against the game Mysterio.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't mind that, but at this point, I gave up on it. It's made sure it's hard. I feel bad for the guy. The guy just hurt all the time. It's like, what's even the point of investing a championship feud with him at this point?
He's still exciting. I mean, people get excited when he just hits a hurricanrana and stuff like that. So he's fun to watch. If you ever watched him live, he's so much fun, so much energy. It's just like another animal seeing Rey Mysterio live. Like he just knows how to get the crowd. Like I remember SummerSlam 2011, the opening match. That shit was dead. But then when Morrison finally tagged in Rey Mysterio, that place went fucking bananas just seeing him. And we also cheered when Del Rio ran out of the arena, and people were upset because Del Rio's a hero in LA for some reason.
Well, Ray's supposed to. He's gonna be on SmackDown, so.
What, this week?
Yeah, they said that.
Oh, fucking wonder why my friend was saying that. Hey, let's go to SmackDown tonight. I can't because I have a night class tonight, but he's gonna be surprised seeing Rey Mysterio. Maybe he knew.
By the way, another thing I want to cover is the Punk going out with that fan. They said
Who cares?
it was legit. It wasn't in the script, or it wasn't a plan.
Okay, for all you fat people out there making fun of the fat fan, stop. I'm fat. I don't really care that he made fun of fat people. He should. It's hilarious. That fat fan seems sensitive about it, so no need to fucking defend this fat ass. I mean, seriously, like if you're fat, go lose weight. That's all. You know what? That's what CM Punk was trying to tell that guy in a rude way. Go lose weight. I have no problem with CM Punk attacking that fat fan. He must have said something that we didn't hear. You know, let him attack the fat fan. It's not that big of a fucking deal. It's not like Punk went out there and fucking punched him in the face. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Punk punched the dude in the face. All he did was verbally assault him. And really, to be honest, that's fine. Whatever. It's CM Punk. He does that a lot. As long as he's not making any shitty abortion jokes like he did back in IWA, I'm fine.
Oh, God, I remember that. But I think the one problem is I always have a problem with this is that I know fans pay to voice their opinions fine, but some of them just are really obnoxious.
Yeah, exactly.
But to be honest, I don't think that fan was that rude though. Like to me, he was just like, okay, you know, I'm not a fan of Punk. Or to me, I think it was a little unnecessary what Punk did, but whatever.
But I don't feel like people should be like making fun of the fat fan if they're fat. Like I'm just laughing because I thought it was a funny part of the segment. Like. And also, I felt that fat fan, he was having fun with it. Like, he looked like he was having fun. He was like the Miz on the Real World in that moment. He was like, let's go, pretty, man. I forgot to text my friend about that fat fan. I got to text him and ask him, like, if he met the fat fan, the famous fat fan that everyone knows and loves.
Oh, man. But, yeah, that promo, it was just really fun to see Punk just randomly do that. Pull back the whole IWA stuff and even CZW stuff to an extent. But,
yeah.
Hopefully... do you think rumors now that SmackDown might be 3 hours? And
what?
To me, that's really pushing it. Yeah, they're saying they want to make SmackDown more, I don't know, comparable to Raw, but they want to make it better because they obviously realize that people have stopped giving a shit about SmackDown.
Well, first of all, tips to make SmackDown better. Take that off Friday nights because no one's going to watch it on Friday nights. Move it to Thursdays. The only competition you have on Thursdays is when Survivor comes back and American Idol has their elimination shows. And I think that what's that other show? The Voice isn't that what it's called?
I think so.
The Voice does their elimination shows. You have Impact Wrestling to compete with. That's fucking easy shit for you guys, especially if Total Divas gets more rate. Like Total Divas still pulled a strong rating, and it was going against fucking SummerSlam. Like what?
Yeah, didn't they put like a 1.5 or something?
Yeah, and it was going against the WWE's second biggest pay-per-view of the year. So.
Yeah. Those women really like it, I guess.
Yeah, congrats to those women.
They like watching Cameron talk about she wants to be a role model, then she puts her plants in a boy. Or I can't get into it. I'm sorry.
If anything, Alan, I think you would love how the guys react. It's hilarious. Like I just love looking at the guys and how stupid they act around the women sometimes.
I like to see Cena on the show. I hear they portray Cena as kind of a dick.
Oh, he's such a douche on Total Divas. Like he would like there's a scene where Daniel Bryan took them to their house in Aberdeen, Washington, and then Daniel Bryan's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get the wood ready," and Cena's like, "Are you sure you want to live here, Bree? This place is kind of crappy." And then she's like, "Well, it's Bryan's home," and Cena's like, "Oh, okay. How many kids do you want to have?" She's like, "2 kids," and she's like, and Cena says. And like in a normal house, Alan, because none of us live in a John Cena fucking mansion unless you have money that I don't know about. He was like, "Is this place big enough for 2 children?" I'm like, "Oh my god, Cena!" And he got a boner for some reason because Nikki was like seducing him. He like tries to like attack Nikki. He rubs his nipples. He's just like an overall dick on the show, and it's hilarious. Like he's in every episode. There hasn't been an episode where Cena's not in it.
Really? Well, they're gonna promote him because he's the biggest star, though. He's gonna bring in some ratings, right?
Yeah, of course. And Daniel Bryan's also been in every episode. Yeah, Daniel Bryan's been in every episode, and I believe like the season.
Uso, the Usos, yeah.
Yeah, the John Jay Uso or Jim Uso, whichever one he is. He's in every episode so far. So he's funny as hell on that show. Like in the last episode when Ariane Cameron she was going to do boob implants. Her and Naomi, aka Trinity, they were at the boob implant place, and she just took off her shirt and showed her the boobies and told them to feel them. And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna get John in here. And so John Uso got to feel these girls' fake boobies, and he was about to pass out laughing. He was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe my fiance let me do this."
Oh my god!
The guys are pretty funny on the show. Like Tyson Kidd, I think you would love Tyson Kidd on the show. He's just such an inconsiderate douchebag, which I love. It's hilarious. Like he's just so funny on the show. Like the guys are funny, and they also extended it for 6 episodes because originally the season finale was supposed to be Tyson Kidd and Natalia's wedding. But I think they're going to end it now with the Daniel Bryan and John Cena match with the Bellas watching on and the reaction after SummerSlam. After the match, so
that's pretty cool just to see their reactions. But
yeah.
Anyway, can we get to TNA for a bit?
Yeah, sure. Tito Ortiz. Tito Ortiz is the face of the TNA wrestling.
Now after the Hardcore Justice match, the issue with the Hardcore Justice is like, yeah, these are good matches, but I just feel like I don't get much out of them. Like I do like how they're trying to make the whatever the hell they call it, the Rude Cavs and Daniels, what is it, the Ego Stable, or the hell it's called.
Yeah.
I do like how they're trying to push them now and trying to make them, relevant. But you got these 3 big stables now, and then you got Hernandez and Jay Bradley just chilling.
Yeah, they're like the best tag team ever. Hernandez and Jay Bradley.
Jeff Hardy's just doing worse and worse with the face paint. I don't know what the hell he's doing with his face. And then AJ is just AJ, I guess.
AJ is no longer the AJ Styles we love, Alan.
Oh, I saw. See, I wasn't gonna bring up spoilers, but it's TNA, and 8 people probably give a shit about not seeing spoilers. But I'm hoping maybe it's like he like fakes it. It's like a 1 week. He messes with him.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I hope so. It's
hopefully it's a hoax. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm totally with you 100%. I hope it's a hoax too because.
AJ in a suit. Oh come on! Like the guy would just. I like the appeal of it, and now you just put him in a suit. And I just one of those guys. Now who's the one bound for glory now? Because if they're gonna make AJ just a regular guy, I don't know.
Maybe Magnus is the favorite now for Bound for Glory.
I like Magnus to an extent, but holy shit, he cut a horrible promo. Oh my god, he was talking about how he was gonna beat Kennedy's or Anderson's face, and he did not sound threatening at all. And there's no anger with him. Like he just tries to be witty, and it's just like, dude, you're about to fight somebody. They're on your face. Like, start yelling. You gotta show some intensity. He just was talking like it was a day out in the park.
What were your thoughts about Chris Sabin's world title reign?
I thought Daniel Bryan's title reign, which lasted about 2 minutes, was more impactful. But there's somebody that had speaking of two funny signs. So I saw a sign free Sabin at Raw. I was like, there's a lot more other guys on TNA Raw, so I like the free. But the best one, Smart Enough Dixie.
At SummerSlam?
Whoever wrote that, I'm like, dude, you should just go to like free shows for the next like month.
Smarten up, Dixie. I loved that sign. Because I'm a Survivor fan, and there's a guy called Boston Rob on Survivor, and his catchphrase is "smarten up." So all I thought of when I saw that, imagining Boston Rob going up to Dixie, be like, "Hey, Dixie, smarten up," and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's." I love that sign. That sign was just amazing. I
So
agree with
random,
you.
but I love those random funny signs, and that was perfect for it. But speaking of, you know what's funny is that it kind of connects. Like, I wonder if that guy's going to San Diego bound for glory.
Maybe he will go, and I'll meet up the smart enough Dixie fan. If not, I'll make the smart enough Dixie sign. But one thing that I hate the most right now about TNA, but I find hilarious at the same time, is that they're building up the Cheeto and Rampage fight using Impact Wrestling.
I thought, they had the one, Rampage was begging Tito to get involved, and Joe looked like he was bored out of his mind. He kind of usually does, but it just felt awkward. That Bully Ray comes out saying he's gonna knock out both guys. He called Tito Blondie. I was like, kind of late on that Bully, but whatever. And I want to like it, but then the execution just pissed poor. Tito, how do you attack Rampage again? You give him a low blow, or he threw him into the cage?
Yeah, he threw him in the cage and then hit him with the hammer.
Yeah. On the tour when they try to hype this up, they talk about, oh my god, outside the octagon, Tito hit Rampage. Rampage couldn't train, that's why he showed up to the fight with a gun. That's all. I don't know. God damn it, but but I did not like how they addressed Kurt Angle in rehab. I thought that was kind of bush league.
Yeah, but
I hate it, man. What the hell's
I don't understand. They could have just said that like he got written off TV or something, but it is what it is with Kurt Angle. But sadly, we have to say goodbye to someone great in the wrestling world. Devon Dudley, I hope you have a great retirement.
I thought you were talking about the other one that got released.
No, I'm talking about Devon Dudley. Fuck Brooke Hogan.
Oh, yeah, like I said, spoilers again. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I guess he's going to be the agent now. He's going to take D'Lo's spot, which is cool. I don't mind. Once again, who the hell's going to replace him? Mason Nates. Devon was one of the bigger guys,
Yeah, and personally, I've always liked Devon Dudley. I've always liked the Dudley Boys. They're my favorite tag team of all time. I love Devon. I loved how he lost weight in TNA, and everyone shat on his TV title reign. But me, I was happy for him because this was a big part. I thought that when they revealed him as the leader of Aces and Eights, it was hilarious as hell. Like people were laughing, but I wanted Devon to ultimately win a world title just because Devon Dudley was one of my most underrated guys. I loved Reverend Devon. I loved Reverend Devon. It brought in Deacon Batista. Oh my God, Deacon Batista. He's coming, Nate. Put your name to the test. I love Reverend Devon. I'm gonna miss Devon Dudley in my ring. Maybe one day when TNA One Night Stand makes up and a fat Devon and a fat Bubba Ray can wrestle against injured Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. So maybe that will be happening one day. But I'm going to miss Devon Dudley. And I'm glad the fans said thank you, Devon, to him because that just shows that there are Devon Dudley fans other than myself.
I thought you were talking about the other person I let go, those extremely talented singer / model /
my daughter Brooke Hogan, brother.
Yeah, well, how do you feel about that? Why did you release her?
We didn't release her, buddy. This is what happened, dude, and I'm going to tell you right now, brother. Why we released Brooke Hogan, dude, is because she took up too much damn money. It was coming up to the point, dude, where I had to get food stamps, brother, and I'm not going to take food stamps for anything, dude. I was telling Brooke, look, honey, I love you. You got beautiful legs, dude, but I can't really accept you in my company. She could be coming back, brother. We don't know yet. The doors are wide open for her to return, dude. She has a bunch of money. She's a great singer. She is a beautiful human being. And she has what it takes to be the best in the business, brother.
I get behind I saw Tessmacher now, and I get behind seeing her ass on TV every week. I get behind that.
I don't mind that either, but I just think it's disgusting she's making out with Bully Ray.
Oh yeah, that scene is really awkward. She's a poor lady. I really do feel bad for her. Probably breast all that shit, you know. But yeah, I don't. I'm honestly not gonna watch a lot, but I will see what happens in TNA speak. But I thought the ladder match was really good. But once again, it just felt it was good, but it's, you know, there's a spot after spot, and props to Austin Aries. He just keeps busting his ass. He just seems like one of the few guys that is still motivated, still hungry to just continue to kill it. You know, to me, Jeff Hardy looks bored. Kaz is Kaz.
Jeff Hardy's probably thinking, why the fuck did I sign my 3-year contract? Because I think this is Jeff Hardy thinking. This is what Jeff Hardy's thinking. Wait, RVD got a contract where he only has to wrestle for 90 days with WWE, and then he gets to do whatever the fuck he wants? Why didn't I think of that?
House shows?
No, he does house shows.
RVD does house shows? Oh shit.
Yeah, he's been doing house shows. He just has to wrestle for 90 days in his contract or something like that.
Yeah, and he's making at least 6 digits.
Yeah, so you know that's what I'm saying. That's what probably Jeff Hardy's thinking. He's probably thinking of ways to make TNA pissed off at him to fire him so he can go to WWE.
Jeff Hardy's probably thinking, I have to go to this fucking show in Iowa. I don't know, there's 300 people here, while RVD gets to go to wherever he wants to, gets to compete in front of 1,500 people arenas, and yeah.
Gets paid more money for merchandise too, so.
Yeah, the new RVD shirt, man. I saw like 4 people with RVD shirts already. I'm like, what the hell?
I like your Sandow shirt.
Oh, thank you. Yo, can we post that on the YouTube page? Like for this video?
What, the picture of you in the Sandow shirt?
Yeah, like put it as a brief clip.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I can edit like that. Because I'll just have I'll have a SummerSlam, and then probably near the end of this portion at 106, as we were talking about it, I'll put you in a brief little moment, and then afterwards I'll take it off and bring back to SummerSlam or whatever funny picture I find of wrestling.
I think people will appreciate that. Yeah, it's an amazing shirt. I was like, holy shit, I have to get this. But
that's a shirt I would wear in public just because it would be like, hey, you're a douchebag, and also it's a nice colored shirt.
Absolutely. I could wear that to games where the New York Jets play. Maybe I'm supposed to be going to a Jets game this year. I think they're playing Pittsburgh, and I might wear that shirt. So you think the Jets can go 7-9? Thank you for your relevant opinion. They're going 5-11.
When you sent me that tweet, I'm like, oh, what's the picture? And I looked at the picture. I'm like, oh, that's so sick. The shirt. I was like, that's such a sick shirt.
What did I tweet? You were talking about how you were loving.
Yeah, I was loving it. Then you said you suck, and you had a picture with it. I'm like, oh, what's the picture? Is this like a wrestling meme or something? It was you wearing the Sandow shirt. I'm like, oh my god, that shirt is so fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude, you understand? I was in like full 8-year-old fanboy mode. Like Sunday, and even like when I was watching Triple H like talk to like Daniel Bryan like he was a dog, I was like, man, Triple H, screw you. Treat that man with respect. I was feeling like an 8-year-old at that point. Like I literally felt bad for Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I totally agree. But where'd you get the Sandow shirt? Did you order it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what website. It was some website from LA. Oh man, and it wasn't Barbershop Window, somewhere else. I'll find the link for you. I'll send it later. I know. I just have to type it in.
Well, so did you create it? Was it a curated shirt that a fan made for him, or was that his WWE shop shirt?
No, it wasn't his WWE shop shirt, although it should be. But no, some fan created.
Wow, some fan created that fan fucking deserves a lot of props because I thought that was a WWE. Because I went to go find that shirt on WWE shop, but I couldn't find it. I was like, where?
$60.
I was like, where the fuck is this shit? I'm like, damn. I'm like, where did Alan get that? Did he find out Hot Topic or something? Because I know Hot Topic sells the wrestling shirts.
Dude, that sounds familiar. Like I said, I'm gonna look it up after we're done. But just to talk about TNA a little more. So one of the funniest things from the cage match was when Sabian was coming out, and I do not like Mr. Anderson. Oh god, he sucks on the mic. But when he said, "You shall not pass," I started to think, did you see that?
Yeah.
He's like, "You shall not pass." I was like, oh man. But I'm trying to think what else happened. I think they're playing ODB now back on TV, and oh man, she just looks out of shape.
Is Eric Young coming back with her?
I don't know. This guy, he gets the winning pin at Lockdown, and then you don't see him for 3 months.
Like, yeah, he's too busy filming his fishing show. on the same network as Shawn Michaels McKillen Islands or whatever it's called again.
By the way, how ridiculous does Shawn Michaels look with the freaking hunting? I'm like, I know you want to promote your show, but come on, we got Booker T dressed as a classy guy. We have Vicky Guerrero who dresses classy. I mean, freaking Shawn Michaels. I appreciate the beard, but Jesus Christ.
Not even dressed nice, just wearing his same jeans that he always wears, his river fisherman's hat, and his cool flannel tank top jacket.
By the way, when he reacted to the Bray Wyatt cage match, I think he said uncomfortable. I think because the match is completely bombed. Like, I didn't think he gave a shit inside, but who knows?
I would have loved to be in that sitting area and see what Shawn was saying to Booker during the whole time during that show.
Yeah, it's an interesting panel. They didn't have anybody from the current roster on there. Vicky in a way, but she's not active. But they had no active competitors on it.
Yeah, that's true, because normally with those shows they at least have one active competitor. Was Kofi busy? Kofi shouldn't be busy.
True, they'll have Truth or Big Show or Cody or I don't know. One time they waved back why the hell is the Intercontinental Champion on the panel?
I'm not afraid of this opponent. Okay, Wade, why don't you go wrestle him right there, right now?
Get freaking William Regal. What the hell is he doing?
I think he's in NXT. He's working with the NXT kids mostly. I think that's his job now with the mod and everything. So
still on the panel one time,
Yeah.
But and we're getting sidetracked from TNA because TNA is so interesting that we're not talking about it.
We're talking about the Shawn Michaels' attire at SummerSlam.
But they're pushing the 3/5 Fortune guys, but other than that, what do you like Bully Ray back as champion? I think it was okay.
Yeah, I like Bully Ray. I never thought he should have lost the belt in the first place. Just because, I wanted him to become that. Because, the thing with TNA that was missing from it, just in general, is that as much as Jeff Jarrett gets hated on, at least he was a heel champion that would win matches, clean and shit. And that's what Bully Ray was as a heel champion. Yeah, aces and eights would help sometimes, but most of the time he would win matches clean and he would look dominant. But I just didn't understand how half the fucking roster had to come out for Chris Sabin to win. It made Chris Sabin's title win look weak, but I just really thought that Bully Ray should have just stayed as a dominant heel champion for a long time and then have some good righteous space ended at Bound for Glory. But that was kind of ruined. And I don't know, does Sabin get a title shot back? Does he get a rematch?
Probably no surrender. Another funny thing with TNA is that they're basically taking all their views the past few years and putting them on TV now as free TV. It's okay move, but it just seems so bushly. You can't afford to do pay-per-views anymore. You want to save money, but now you're gonna put on free television. It's a smart move, but
it's a bush league move because it just shows that you guys don't have the money to make good pay-per-view quality shows. You don't have enough to make pay-per-view money, so you have to give them away for free. And it's that's another thing. It's people are confused. You confuse your fans more, I think, because people are watching Impact Wrestling every week, and then later on you say, all right, No Surrender's coming out soon, and you think that may be a new brand for TNA, but it turns out it's just the same shit.
Yeah, why are they so dude, what's with that?
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm hearing a crazy cup.
Oh, okay. Hold up. All right, go back to what you're saying.
Why can't they? Dude, it's still there.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. So, what was I saying? Oh, but the TNA paper says, do I still hear it?
Don't worry about it. It's not coming through my side, so it won't come up on the show.
That's a little, but anyway, in terms of the team, why can't they think of new ideas? A new TV headline. Why do you have to keep I can understand you want to keep Destination X because it's the X division, but No Surrender is just some generic thing. It's why can't they think of a unique name?
I don't know. And also with the team with TNA, I've noticed this about their pay-per-view names, and I know this is really perverted on my part, but TNA stands for tits and ass, right? I think of TNA's names TNA Hardcore Justice. TNA. What's that one? TNA. Goddamn TNA. No Surrender. TNA Destination X. TNA Bound for Glory. Don't they sound like porno kind of names a little bit? TNA Slammiversary.
what are they going to do? November they're going to do a Turning Point. December they're going to do, was it Final Resolution? That's what the fact that I know these names still is pretty
Wait,
scary,
isn't Final Resolution? What pay per views did it kept again? Genesis, Slammiversary, Bound for Glory, and what else?
Wait, it's Bound for Glory, Slammiversary, Genesis, and Lockdown.
Oh, okay, yeah. I forget. Wow, how can I forget about Lockdown? That's like their best show every year.
Lockdown, good. Lockdown, man, the best. I still think. Oh well, not anymore because I thought the Orton and Triple H heel turn was well skewed. But my second favorite heel turn of the year was Bully Ray, just because it was like, oh my god, he actually did it. Like it was just like we knew it was gonna happen, but like it was just very well executed. And you have like what did Bully say? He's like, Brooke, you're a slut or whatever.
I used you, Brooke. I used you, Hogan. I am the leader of the Aces and Eights. And oh yeah, that was a great heel turn.
Son of a bitch, brother.
What are you talking about, Mark? I missed those segments where Hogan would call Bully Mark. I was like, what? You love my daughter, dude, and I love you, brother.
Oh my god, just so random. And it looks like Hogan's not going to be getting to tell a shot Bound for Glory like some people are expecting.
It's going to happen, brother.
I mean, dude, honestly, like if that happened, because you're going to be at the pay-per-view, if you saw Hogan and Bully Ray, would you be marking out?
Oh, you would be seeing me standing, and I'll be wearing the Hulk Hogan TNA shirt, and I'll be wearing a bandana, and I'll be like, Hogan, Hogan, Hogan. I would be marking the fuck out, because how many times in your lifetime do you get to say you saw Hulk Hogan live in the ring? That's what I'm saying.
I never got to, I had the pleasure of seeing The Rock a few times.
I think it's like this with Hogan. It's like people will bash him all they want. Like we can go on the internet and bash him all we want. But if we see Hogan live in the ring, it's like something special. It's like, because like it's not like, okay, yeah, you saw Triple H live. That's cool because Triple H does wrestle still. Like Hogan's like someone that shouldn't be wrestling. He can't be wrestling, but the fact that you get to see him, I feel like a lot of fans when you're live, especially because remember when everyone's like, oh, at Bound for Glory at Philadelphia, Hogan and Steen is gonna get fucking booed out of the building. Like everyone was saying that. But what happened for Hogan and Steen? It was the most over match of the night. Everyone was going crazy for Hulkamania, and he did nothing during the match.
It was 20 minutes of just like hold, punch, hold. It was like a Klitschko's boxing match.
Yeah, it was, and the fans were fucking amazed by that. So
yeah, those Philly fans have always been passionate, and they were gonna root for that regardless. But when is Bound for Glory again?
October 19th, I believe. I don't know. I gotta check my tickets.
Probably the 20th, because that's Sunday.
Yeah, 20th. Yeah, October 20th.
Football schedule, because I do want to watch Bound for Glory because I want to see what they can do, but god damn, it's Payne against Andrew Luck that night. It's gonna be tough to watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Broncos Colts that
night. Oh, thank God I'm missing that hype train.
It's a really good game, but no, I usually watch Bound for Glory. I do want to see it, and if I see you, I'm gonna crack up.
Well, by halftime, you would think, because like halftime for Sunday Night Football, that's when all the wrestling main events start, because that's what they do pretty much. So maybe you'll get lucky, and it's gonna, and the halftime's gonna be long as shit about that, because they're gonna it's Peyton Manning on Sunday Night Football, so Tony Dungy's boner is already big enough as it is, and he's gonna be probably ejaculating as he's talking about how beautiful Peyton Manning is as a man. And then afterwards, you got Andrew Luck there, and people are always going to be jizzing about him. So, maybe you'll be lucky, and you'll see me hulking up for Hulk Hogan, and I'll be so happy. I'm going to be running around that arena when Hulk Hogan's wrestling.
But what else do you think in terms of the booking? Like, you think, just to understand, wouldn't you think that they're just going to do like a 5-on? I thought they were going to do like a 5-on-5 at Bound for Glory, Mafia against Ace and Ace, where it's just like, loser gets fired or whatever. Like, I thought they were going to do that.
I think, like, it'll be, like, if it's not Hogan versus Bully Ray, it'll be someone versus Bully Ray, and if Bully Ray loses, Ace and Ace has to disband, but if Bully Ray wins, he gets to become the general manager of TNA.
That's not bad.
That's what I'm thinking. That's just off the top of my head what I think they would probably do. And if it's, like, not Hogan, I think they would let Bully Ray win. just to make things interesting, but they would end Aces and Eights. Like this would be where the Aces and Eights starts to like say, "Fuck you, Bully. Ever since you've been GM, it's just been shitty." And then Bully's like, "I've been giving you everything," and this causes like either a Bully Ray face turn to happen, or Mr. Anderson, or one of the losers that is left in the Aces and Eights. Like since Doc is gone, I don't know who the fuck could stand up to Bully Ray, but yeah. Who?
Chuck Liddell. Or Forrest
Griffin. Well, Chuck Liddell and Forrest Griffin still have jobs with the UFC. They can't sign to Viacom.
All right.
Nick Diaz.
Yeah, we already made the Tim Sylvia joke. Yeah, Nick Diaz. Why not?
Hey, Bully, don't be scared, homie. Don't be scared, man. Hey, why are you afraid, dude?
Next division match, he's climbing that rope. What the fuck is this?
He's like, the Ultimate X match. What the fuck is this, man? Like, shit, dude. Climbing this shit, and then, oh my god, I hate fucking hurricanranas and shit, dude. Fucking stupid.
And just be yelling, guys, fight, bitch. Fight, bitch.
None of these guys are hitters. None of these guys know how to hit.
Oh, man. Yeah. I hope they learned their lesson from this about the whole MMA thing. And like I said, everyone knows that, I think Spike was obviously the main reason why this. I don't think it's all on Dixie Carter. I think Spike really want to push this and make the TNA belts are like, the coexisting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree with you that Spike wanted this, and because Spike's with Viacom, and if you guys ever want someone to rant on Viacom, just go to Dana White. He does a great job on it on his own. I don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for freaking, maybe Randy Couture being TNA.
Tito, you may be the TNA Exhibition champion, but I beat your ass before, and I'm gonna do it again. Oh my God! Randy Couture versus Tito Ortiz at Slammiversary.
Oh man! By the way, this is just some random tidbits for Lee, but it's fun, man. You have Taz and Jeremy Borash commentary, and Taz is telling Jeremy that you could use the fitness app with Jeff Hardy, which still make zero sense, but like he tells Borash to go on the fitness app, yet. Taz looks like he's 5'6" and weighs like 250 pounds.
Yeah, dude. Taz back in the day, like everyone's like, God, like Taz. I wish I had Taz's body when he was in ECW. When he was in ECW, because I'm 5'8". I'm barely taller than Taz. But if I had his body, shit, man, I would be like fucking pimping at my school and everything. Like I would just be a total pimp. But nowadays, Taz is like, hey, how's it going? Give me the Brooklyn hot dog or some shit like that. Like,
yeah, he looks like he eats a pulled pork sandwich like every day. And then the whole Jeff Hardy act, like I said, man, why would you have an act from Jeff Hardy? Look like Magnus or Bobby Roode has got it. Those guys look like beasts, and they look like in great physical condition. Jeff Hardy, just come on,
Yeah,
I'm nitpicking. It's TNA. They can't do 1/8 things right at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, the only time it's kind of sad because this is normally when TNA does good, the Bound for Glory buildup, but it's not doing good.
Yeah, no one's really challenging for the tag titles, so it looks like you'll have to see Gunner defend the tag titles.
I think what I might do is if I'm there live and Gunner's doing it, I'm gonna go take a shit in the middle of the arena, and I'm not talking about in the bathroom. I'm gonna take a shit in the middle of the arena. And then get one of my poster boards and type, this is what I think of Gunner, and put it there.
What happens if they're facing LAX?
Then I'm staying, and I'm going to act like I'm Mexican.
Dude, I was watching all that clips a few days ago, and Conan was just crazy. That guy was such a great talker. They had Homicide on there. And I know it was cool to see Shelly when Shelly came back, but I bet LAX was the best way Conan was running things.
Yeah, no, Conan was a shit. Conan was the driving force. When he left, I forgot why he left again. It was so long ago, but when he left TNA because of a contract dispute or something, LAX was just downhill because you have to trust in Homicide and Hernandez to carry the group. I
thought he was a decent talker.
Yeah, he is, but he can't carry the group like Conan did.
Yeah, true. I remember when the feud with America's Most Wanted. That was a really cool feud. Like, I was watching that clip, like, holy shit. I forgot Chris Harris used to be kind of a big deal.
Oh, God, Chris Harris was like TNA's like golden child, and then he went to WWE and fucked everything up.
Yeah, man. Brain Walker will always be remembered, man. Him and what's it called? Kazarni.
I forgot about Kazarni.
Yeah, I was watching that debut a few weeks ago. Man, poor guy, just sucked.
Any final thoughts, Alan? Because I actually have to head off to school pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, we're kind of blabbing on, but
it's all right.
We're gonna preview 164 next week for the man fans out there. Crazy card. Oh my gosh, it looks awesome.
For what? Right. The UFCs?
UFC 164.
Oh yeah, 164 and Fight Night the Wednesday before.
Yeah, we will do that. Even though I don't know, like the main card's always changed. I heard Sam McMahon's out,
Ooh.
So I don't know. Like, yeah, we'll look at the card obviously before, but yeah, we'll definitely do previews for that because those look like some pretty awesome events. And as for us, and we'll see. You know, next few weeks we're gonna take it easy on the rest of the way, see how it develops. But you know, sometime in September we'll definitely do one.
Yeah, right when Night of Champions rolls along, Alan and I will talk about some wrestling.
The only reason we really did a SummerSlam show is just because the pay-per-view was so amazing. It's like, damn, we have to talk about it.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. Like, if a pay-per-view is like something amazing and it's like something tremendous, Alan wants to give his reactions out to y'all. So of course I'm going to let him do that.
Yeah, sorry, Pio. I'm very emotional, and like I said, like I usually watch the big pay-per-views with like at least 6 or 7 friends, and like. For some reason, like the last 6 or 7 times I left there, just like shaking my head, like what the hell is just going on? For the first time, all the time, I was walking out of the house, nodding my head, like,
all right, I'm excited for Raw tomorrow. Like that's another thing.
Exactly, man. That's what happened. It was awesome, but
yeah, totally agree with you there. Totally agree.
The only thing is, I know I don't maybe talk about the sport, but I put on Twitter. But how I handle Twitter basically is, you know, come on, follow me at school. If you talk to me on a frequent basis, I'm eventually gonna follow you. If you just follow me and don't tweet me, then I don't even know who you are. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
You want to talk, you know, we chat, you know, football, wrestling, MMA, whatever, and I get to know you after a week. I'll follow you. You're obviously a cool dude, so that's all I have to really say about Twitter. Just want to point that out. You
can follow Alan on Twitter at Alan_Sturk. You can always check out Alan's MMA pieces at MMAsucker.com. Also, his sports pieces at TJRsports.com. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. I'm looking to do something special for you subscribers in the weeks to come, so I'm trying to find out something more. I'm getting in contact with some people, so I'll keep you guys updated with that. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for checking out Chase and Alan Talks. Me and Alan will be back probably next week, right, for the UFCs?
Yeah, we'll probably do it Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday to talk about the UFC shows coming up. Anyways, guys, hope you guys stay safe. Make sure you guys do your studying. It's school season, so get an hour of studying every day. I'll see you all later. Peace!
Peace.